Good morning or afternoon or evening. I don't know. Wherever you are, whenever you're watching this, I am going to do a tag video, which I never do. So, my name is Amanda if you're new here, and welcome to my channel. This was originally done by David Murphy, who I watched his video and he was just like, so there's not many people in the office today and it's a slow day at work, and I made up these 26 questions randomly, and 26 doesn't mean anything. It's just the number I picked. So since we all know that I like to talk a lot, I'm just going to jump right in. Okay. What was your most recent YouTube rabbit hole? I'm going to say that it has probably been those wood turning videos. This is not super recent, but it's just the last rabbit hole that I think I went down, and I'm still there. I'm still there obsessing about the wood turning videos. They're amazing to me. What song is currently stuck in your head? So this is going to be really weird, but on my phone, one of the alarms that goes off is set to the Not Evil song from the Lego movie. Is that weird? It's not, and it's the Lego movie too, I think. I don't even know which Lego movie it is, but for some reason, one of our last set of foster kids that we had, one of the boys absolutely was obsessed with the movie, and he and I watched it all the time and listened to all of the songs all the time. And so I had that song as my, like, one of my alarms that went off on my phone, and I really like it because it makes me think about him, and I just remember, the fun that we had. And so that is the song that's been stuck in my head today, is Not Evil from the Lego. I'll try to link it below because I don't know which Lego movie it's from, but it's definitely a Lego movie. Number 3, what kind of music do you listen to the most? Well, it's not usually Lego music, but I don't know that I listen to a lot of music very often. I was thinking about that. I have a playlist on Amazon Music, and I created this playlist a few years ago, actually, and I don't add to it very often. I don't take away from it very often. So I don't know. What kind of music do you listen to? I have most recently added more Taylor Swift than anything else. So maybe, I know that's not a kind of music, but maybe her kind of music is what I've been listening to. What is something you need to get better at? Number 4. What do I need to get better at? I would like to be better at putting my phone down and going to sleep. I don't need to be better at sleeping. I sleep fine when I do it. I just need to be better about actually doing it. So, number 5, do you set goals, and what are your goals for the end of the year or next year? I do set goals. I have a long list of goals, but for the year in general, my goal is all about move. That is my word of the year because all of my goals kind of revolve around that. I am moving. We are moving from the state of Texas to the state of Alabama. My oldest son is going to be graduating high school and moving to college. Our daughter is going to be graduating college and getting married and potentially moving. She's got a lot of stuff happening there. And so there's just a lot of moving happening this year in one way or another. And I decided that I would move more, like move my body more. So I've been going on long walks and just trying to do that kind of thing a lot more than I have in the past. So I don't know. Is that goals? Moving? Everybody and everything in different ways. Number 6, when was the last time you lost your temper? Probably yesterday. I mean, it's still the morning and I haven't really talked to anybody today yet. So probably yesterday. Do you swear too much? No. I grew up in a very strict, like, we do not say these words kind of household. And when I was like barely a teenager, 12 or 13 or whatever, I loved to swear all the time. And I thought like it was, but I still did it. I still did it just by myself. Like, I didn't do it in front of my friends and I didn't do it with other people because it was still like against the rules. But I did it all the time in my head. Like I had a little rhyme that included every swear word that I knew. Anyway, it was so funny. My little rebellions, my inner rebellions. Anyway, so I don't swear very often. It doesn't bother me, and I don't even hear it anymore like used to, because I was so trained to be like, that is a bad word. Then when other people said it, it would register in my brain like, oh, they just said a bad word. Like, so, but that doesn't happen. And I say them occasionally, just, I don't know, it's not a regular part of my vocabulary. Do you spend too much money on shoes? No, I have like 3 pair of shoes. No. What is the worst book you have ever read? I don't know. I don't think I read it. Like if there's been a bad book, I just don't read it. If I don't like it, I don't read it. So the worst book that I finished, I don't even know that. Like I can't even think. I love books. So and I like almost everything I read, so it's really hard for me to do that. I don't know. Are you a homebody or are you more adventurous? I think it depends on how I feel that day. I think I'm pretty like outdoor. Let's go outside, let's hike, let's do those kind of things. At least I have been in the past. For some reason, we got here to Texas, and I understand we moved in the middle of the pandemic, and maybe that had something to do with it. But I just feel like in Texas specifically, I've been all about being inside and not leaving very often. So I don't know. Number 11, do you take naps? No, but I wish I could. And I have started taking rest periods in the middle of the afternoon. Just like sit here on the couch and don't do anything. Close your eyes, just rest. So I only nap if I cannot stay awake anymore, which doesn't really happen. Number 12, have you ever been to Minnesota, the greatest state in the union? I have been to Minnesota. I've been to Minneapolis, specifically to the Mall of America. That's about it. And I drove through Minnesota to get to Minneapolis. That's it. Have you ever tried to emulate someone? Number 13. I think that I do that a lot. And, well, I don't know that I call it emulating. I just try to kind of be open to ideas from other people and see how I can like incorporate those ideas. I think it comes from being a writer. Like I have tried emulating different writers, I guess, but I think that part of what I like about writing is that everything is an idea for you to write about. And so the same thing has kind of happened with the YouTube channel, is that I feel like everything is an idea to create something. I created a TBR game. I didn't copy somebody else or emulate their actual like game and how it worked, but I took the idea, and so I changed it a little. So I think that is maybe what I do as far as emulating, but I don't know that I've ever tried to like completely copy somebody. I don't know. Number 14, what is the worst food you have ever eaten? I am not adventurous when it comes to food, but there was something on a plate in Spain, and I don't know what it was, but it had tentacles. And I don't know that it was the worst food, but it was definitely the one that freaked me out the most, because after I ate it, I realized I had just put a tentacle into my mouth. So that's it. Number 15, do you enjoy bars? What kind? And are you or have you been a regular at one? I do not enjoy bars. I am actually allergic to alcohol. It's not like I go into anaphylactic shock or anything, but it just has a very bad effect on me, and I don't drink it. So no, I don't. I mean, if I go to a bar, it's got to be to watch a game, some kind of sports game, and eat bar food. Like I don't know. I'm not very much fun. So, have you ever been hungover? Yes, I have. The very first time I ever drank alcohol, I drank way too much of it, and I was definitely hungover. Number 17, when was the last time you laughed out loud while reading? I have this right here, so I'm going to say this book is right beside me. It might not be the last time, but it's funny and I like it. So that's what I'm going to say. How would you label or describe yourself politically? I would like to be in the middle, please. Like, I know that that's not a good place to be, and everybody wants me to pick one side or the other, but I would like to be a moderate in the middle. I also would like to say that I believe this thing. However, I have an open enough mind that I am not going to say that everything I believe is the absolute truth and the only way to do it, because that is super closed-minded, and I feel like you never grow as a person if your mind is just closed and you refuse to listen to or find a way to understand where other people are coming from. And I think that it is a mess politically where we are right now, and especially in the United States. And I just think that a lot more people being in the middle would help bridge some of these issues that people refuse to bend on. There's just not an all or nothing mentality for anything. Like, I just don't think anything can be all or nothing. And so I dislike that that's the way it feels like everybody has to be. And that's not me. I'm in the middle. So come join me in the middle, please. 19, what was the last movie you watched? It was the Marvel movie Shang-Chi. Is that what it is? Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi. No, his name is Shang, because then he changed it to Sean. Shang-Chi. See? Now I know how to say it. Shang-Chi. That's the last one I watched it. That's the last movie I watched. One of my kids picked it for us to watch for movie night. Number 20, do you want kids? Do you wish you had kids? If you have kids, give a piece of advice. Okay, I have kids. And here is my piece of advice. Do not smother them, and do not give them too much freedom, right? Find a balance. Let me go back to the middle, right? Don't give them too many rules, and don't give them too few rules. Find the middle. I'm not in the middle of that one, right? I'm either on one side or the other. And I bounce back and forth, and my children are like, hello, can we have some consistency, please? So I'm not good at that one, but that is my piece of advice. My other piece of advice. Don't freak out about one stage of their life not being the way you thought it would be. And I'm going to specifically use education for that reason. Like, people are so freaked out that their kids missed a portion of school because of the pandemic stuff. And all I'm going to say is they are resilient, and they will learn what they need to learn when they need to learn it. So please stop freaking out about it. If it doesn't work out exactly the way you want it to, if college doesn't happen exactly the way you think that it should or that it will, or any of the rest of that stuff, it is okay. Like, not everything has to be just the way you imagined it when you're holding that tiny little baby. So let go of some of those expectations and embrace the child that you have, and not the child that you thought you were going to have. Okay. Number 21, do you get along with your siblings? Yes, I do. I have one brother, and he actually lives in Alabama, and we are moving, not to be closer to him, but I'm so excited that that is a byproduct of the military move. Number 22, what is a book you have serious issues with but love? I don't know a specific book, but I'm going to say in general, the series, the Black Dagger Brotherhood series by J.R. Ward. I love the whole thing. And I have issues with quite a few books in it and quite a few things that keep happening in there. However, I love it. What is your favorite theme song to a movie or TV show? What was I just singing the other day? Because I was reading a book. Oh, it was like a scary book. And the Three's Company theme was like somebody's ringtone. Oh, it was The Least of My Scars by Stephen Graham Jones, and the Three's Company ringtone is in that story. And it's Come on, Knock on My Door, right? Anyway, I used to like all of those, like the Laverne and Shirley song, and I just liked all of those. The Jeffersons song. Anyway, I don't know that I have a favorite, but I love all those from the 70s and 80s, I guess. 24, do you like your job? If you switch careers, what would you do? I love my job. I am a freelance video editor. So anybody looking for someone to edit their videos for them, let me know. I am taking clients still right now. If you switch careers, what would you do? I don't know that I would do anything differently than what I do now. It definitely has to be something where I can set my own hours and decide my own what I'm doing. So, number 25, what is something you love about the city you live in? Well, right now I live in San Antonio, and what I love about it is how beautiful the Riverwalk is. That is also what I hate about it, because it's always crowded and the traffic is horrible. But we're doing what we love, and what I love is the Riverwalk. Who is your celebrity crush? You know, they ask this all the time in these tags, and I always have to say, I don't know. I think I am at the age where actors now are young enough to be my children in like all of the TV shows. So I don't know. That seems weird to be like, oh, I don't know, Tom Holland, who's like a baby. So I don't know that I have a celebrity crush. I used to, when I was a kid, be obsessed with Burt Reynolds when I was like 6 years old. And I have been told, I don't remember this, but I have been told that when Burt Reynolds was on the TV screen, I would run up there and kiss it. So maybe it's Burt Reynolds. Does your celebrity crush have to still be alive? Okay, that is it. Anybody who is seeing this and wants to be tagged, consider yourself tagged, and then let me know if you do make this, because I would like to know your answers to these questions. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Oh, I totally forgot to mention, I said that this was originally done by David Murphy, but I forgot to say that Heather from the Soggy Expat Book Nerd tagged me in it, and that's why I'm doing this tag today. So, continue with your regularly scheduled day. Bye.